I didn't fail the mission. Okay, Dr. Alexander, where's the letter out here? They can communicate and solve puzzles. What if they're trained to? I don't think they naturally do that. I mean, I'm sure they sniff and stuff and touch. Like I say, communicate like a dog. A dog communicates mostly through its face. I don't think they're really like... It's not complicated. Who's gonna... What I don't like is that each of your wasps evolve to get more poisonous. Oh, dude. Wait, what? I'm gonna call bullshit on that one. I need proof on that one, little dungeon master. Don't most animals have some type of natural language? Yeah, I would say they do. You know, like bees do that little dance. Ants smell one another and touch one another with their antennae. Definitely. Even the body and, you know, the cells inside us, they communicate to one another. So yeah, I'd say you're right. I mean, probably one of the big issues we have when we study animals is whatever the thinker thinks the prover proves. We always look at things through a human lens, so we always try to compare them to us, so we try to give them things that we have, assuming that that's the way everything must work. We probably have a lot of misconceptions because of that implicit bias. We have no idea how an animal's mind really works. We only know what humans, you know, what a human perception is, and we only know our individual perception. It's a totally foreign thing to imagine an alien, you know, let an animal, let alone an alien. So I just think that we probably have a lot of false discoveries. There's probably a lot we've learned, to be fair. But I really wouldn't be surprised if we overestimate how smart some critters are. I think we always like it when they have human tendencies. You know, the so-called like higher mammals like elephants and dolphins and dogs and whales. They definitely have a lot of like instincts like we do, you know, for parenthood and to be in a group and a community. We try to humanize everything, yeah. But it's kind of hard to do that when you're, you know, not do that when you're human, after all. Okay, only human after all. We're gonna have to disassemble this base. That's the big thing we need to do. I know we already have a Red Talon workshop, but...
If we don't shut up, we're gonna have every deadhead in the area up our ass.
Well, you're already gonna get that. There, I'll just build a simple watchtower. It's not near as good, but she needs to have all this stuff on her.
This is seriously too heavy.
It is heavy, but you need it. It's important. So I know for sure you're coming into the next group.
The coalition is making the move.
Understood. Just let's take out. I think let's take this out too, and just. Though that's not really pressing because we can always make another one. Any weapons we especially want to take? We've got the whole Wyvern set, which is cool. What I want to know is when everyone describes highly intelligent spacefaring aliens that can do experiments, why the hell are they all naked? No doubt, no doubt. I think when aliens, whenever humanity discovers aliens or they discover us, it'll really be totally, completely out of the realm of expectations or knowing. It either is going to go like that, or it's going to be completely predictable. Life follows totally predictable patterns. There is a total theory of life, and life tends to follow the exact same forms whenever it evolves, and it only evolves on planets with water and hydrogen and oxygen and so on. And carbon, it's all carbon-based, it all has Fox genes. It's either going to be completely fucking unrecognizable and meet the true definition of alien, or we're going to see that there's a basic universal principle behind life. That's my theory on that number. Every time we play State of Decay, for some reason we get on aliens. Like the last few times. It's always like, oh, but them aliens, though. Alright, that'll work, Dr. Alexander. Good luck. Who else are we going to take? I think Javi. I think Javi was really tough. He had outdoor living. He had some good bonuses. He's an electrician. We'll probably never play with him again. But at the same time, I don't want him to take anything that's too good. But he can load up with some of these weapons that are like special seasonal weapons so that we'll know we'll have them. They'll be around, in theory. Including SKS. That Persian meal, it's really good. I think I'd actually just rather fix it. Anything else? Oh, that, damn it, it's actually a really good mod. I should put that on Dr. Alexander.
This is great progress for our base.
Damn, we're actually out of building material. Holy shit. Mention aliens knowing English right off the bat. Oh, they will. They will. Now, if they come here, we're fucked. They're ready to fucking become our overlords. There's no doubt about it. What the hell was that? But there could be things out there that are out of the realm which are not comprehensible to us. The fact that carbon-based life form could be null and void in theory, of course. Well, I mean, we're carbon-based, so we know it at least happens once, but it definitely is totally, I get what you're saying in the sense that it doesn't have to follow that pattern. Like viruses are RNA-based, you know, it could, question is, what is it more likely of the two? Have song requests been on this whole time? This is a copyright-free song. Puffin. DMCA! They exist. No, at the end of the universe... You know what's at the end of the universe? The other side of the universe. If you took a ship... and you went to one side of the universe, and you went through that void, you would literally just pop up on the other side of it. Which is fucking trippy, but it's true. Good luck getting a ship out there, though. I don't know what else we could take. I guess we didn't really get that stocked up. I'm hoping this is the final mission. Yeah, Pac-Man style, no doubt. No, Halo Elites are thick, though. Yeah, they're thick. They're thick. As the Raiders of Area 51 said, they want to clap some cheeks. I think we should do more research into black holes, personally. Well, first volunteer to go into one. Come out the other side. Probably going to have some answers for us, huh? I wish them luck. That's that whole parallel universe thing, though, that they got going on right now. Even though that theory is just about as solid as a Jello, pool filled with Jello. There's exhaust from the Big Bang pouring out the other side. There's exhaust on the other side of a black hole. And they believe that the energy signatures would relate to there being an alternate parallel universe where time flows backwards. So ours is expanding, theirs is shrinking from an alpha point. What were the alpha point? That would be the omega point. Their end is our beginning. But remember, we're just in the Matrix anyway, so it doesn't matter. I know some black holes to research. Hey-oh!
Not going far with all this.
How heavy is a book? I was gonna say. $78 parts. That's so expensive. Smash the coalition. Talk to Zion. Okay.
This is my last mag. Could be a problem later.
There'll definitely be a problem. This is it. Well, Dr. Alexander has all the important stuff. I had to run it with the coalition members. They sent me back here with a message. We stand for freedom. Leave town or be buried here.
All your best gear on this one.
Well, I guess they're gonna get fucking buried then, aren't they? Are you coming with me then, Zion, or what? So we're gonna need some people to watch our back. Shit's gonna get real. Just gonna med kit up real quick.
Running real low there.
The fishing textbook would be for the next group, the next, you know, potential. Let's drop this stuff off and then let's make some ammo and some explosives. We'll just use up whatever we have because this is gonna be it. That is so expensive. I'm just gonna sword ammo. I've got a better chance of getting 5.56 ammo just for sorting. Oh god, I still feel the spiders.
Don't do anything dumb while I'm
Don't
gone.
remind me. We'd managed to get off the spiders. Sleep was a possibility tonight. Now no more. We had just shot that thing in the back of the head and it still kept going. That's scary. It'd be cool, but it's all possible. I could spit out to the other side first. I'm pretty sure you'd just be stretched up like a fucking Slim Jim. I think that's what they say. Am I waiting a sec, though? Who knows? Who knows? All we know is we're controlling the horizontal, we're controlling the vertical, and we are in charge for the time being of the image on your screen. Base. Did we make any 5.56 ammo? If not, we're probably gonna have to change guns up. In it. Hey, where's the other freaking 50 cals? Should just go in there with a 50 cal. Jay, you got a 50 cal? What do you got, Jay? This is Javi. You're not Jay. Well, Bill's got a 50 cal. We know that. Chipper? Oh. Couldn't it be? You don't even have a damn gun. Eleanor? Well, I'm pretty sure once you get towards the center, you'll be crushed. Well, I think your fingers literally fucking detach from your body. Like, everything just stretches up and gets pulled in. It's apparently pretty unpleasant. I'm just gonna go for it. I got 20 bullets and a dream. Do I have enough bullets, enough ammo to just construct one thing of 5.56? Just barely. Logic-defying stuff to get through it. You know, I don't know enough about this subject. I thought that it was technically possible to get a ship in. If it's, like, unbelievably dense. But black holes are trippy. It's something a lot deeper than that because of the event horizon. On the event horizon, time is supposed to stand still. And that's kind of the thing, is you never really go in and you never really go out. There's sort of a purgatory. Into a black hole? I don't know about that one. The deepest thing we have in space is the Voyager probe. Voyager is, they think, near the Oort clouds. It'll probably never ever leave the Oort cloud because you're talking like 100+ light years. I mean, leaving the solar system is something that humans are not going to do unless we figure out how to bend space-time. Or build a generational ship. But that's a whole nother ball game. That's the more realistic one, but also an absolutely extreme challenge. I don't know. I'm sure they want to, but the nearest black hole is at the center of our galaxy, and that's a long way away. And we definitely can't reach the speed of light, so it's a long way away. It'd take 100 years going the speed of light. Imagine not going the speed of light. Why did the pharaohs not attack the other humans? No one talks about white holes. Is that a thing? Dark matter's a thing. I'm pretty sure being sucked in and stretched out to a giant invisible void in the middle of cold space would be very sucky. Yeah, well, wherever you go. I mean, it's antimatter. I don't think you go anywhere is the fucking thing. It literally is just a void. It's a gravity well. It's a gravity well. Things are linked to it. Fucking who knows, man. It's something Hey there. Aren't you enemies? Physicists will tell you all the time, like, hey, yo, what's dark matter?
That's a lot of stuff.
Yeah, we don't know. Welcome back, Wilsa. We know it's there. In fact, they just recently made it in a lab, too. They made dark matter, which I don't know if that's something we ought to be doing or not, but hey, it's there. It's here. It's everywhere. It's the darkness. It's Destiny's lore. Man, it's easy. All you have to do is bend space-time to connect the 2 points. Right. Well, technically, it is possible, but it's the only way we're ever going to get deep into space. You know, in other words, you and me and all of us, we're probably not going to see it in our lifetime.
See a friend over there.
We'll be lucky. We're going to get to see Artemis, which is fucking amazing. We'll be lucky, and I really hope we do, get to see Mars in 2032. And we'll be lucky in our lifetime if we get to see a Mars base. If we get to see a human, not a colony. A colony is a totally different thing. But if we see a scientific facility like Antarctica on Mars in our lifetime, that's a truly significant achievement for the human species in our lives. But yeah, you and I and all of us, we ain't gonna live to see this kind of stuff. If humans ever do. That's just being real. It's just being real. It's just, the distances are so vast, the challenge is so massive, the energy necessary, huge undertaking. We made it? As far as I know, NASA. I think I saw an article on my feed today saying that they had just recreated some dark matter in a lab. Yeah, cryo sleep. In my personal opinion, we're just meant to die. You know, cells could technically live forever. There's nothing built in them that says they have to die. They just do. I just think we're designed to die. That's what makes life special, is it's meant to be taken in, sucked up.
Shut up already.
Life is meant to be consumed because it is consumed. So, eat upon it, thirst upon it, and make hay while the sun shines, because it don't last forever. Yes, I would like to beat this mission, please. Entropy is crazy after all. Yeah, we won't get to live to see that one either. Who knows if that theory's gonna pan out, though. I mean, the Big Bang's under attack right now, like, legitimately under attack. There seems to be glaring issues with it. And, that just tells you how little we know. The Big Bang Theory's not a bad theory. We don't even fucking know all that much about our own planet to be real. We still can't completely explain continental drift, for instance. That's more science fiction, though. Just a bad TV show. That's probably the truth. It probably is all just a bad TV show. Zion, you want to tell me for the 15th time why it's a bad day to be in the coalition?
Want, like, all your best gear.
You can live forever, but your brain will run out of storage at one point. That is not true. They haven't been able to find a limit to that yet. They say you can store something like 40 times the entire Encyclopedia Britannica in your head, at least. You've got 14 billion, I believe it is, 14 billion neurons. You got a lot of capacity up there. But don't ever buy for a minute that whole thing like they do in Lucy and they do with Limitless, that, you know, a human being only ever uses 10% of its brain at any given time. Well, no fucking shit. Only about 10% of it is dedicated to thinking. It's called the prefrontal cortex. If you were using your entire brain all the time, you'd be catatonic. Most of your body and brain's on automatic. Imagine if you had to think to breathe. Imagine if you had to think to pump your heart. Imagine if you had to think to allow your veins to force blood through the body. Most of the processes are automatic, and most of it's cutting out information. It has to. If it didn't, you couldn't function. Right, humans use 100% of their brain. It's a total misnomer. They use 100% of their brain. It's just that there's not that much of the brain that's actually dedicated to logic. It's that special part of our brain that only humans have. No other mammal has it. Again, the prefrontal cortex. But we don't even use it that often. That's in thinking fast and thinking slow. We only use it when our body seems to feel safe using it, or when we force it to be used. There's been a ton of research into that, like how judges in Israel will parole people when they first get on their shift, and then when they start to get hungry towards lunch, you have a 0% chance to get paroled. When they get back from lunch, you've got a 100% chance to get paroled. And then when they're like 3 hours away from their shift being done, you got a 0% chance to get paroled. Because the blood glycogen is running low, and so the brain and body are a lot less apt to want to use the prefrontal cortex. Which is, they talk about it in the book, but it's not necessarily a bad thing. Your brain and your body are just trying to protect you.
Some asshole we might need to fight.
Which is all interesting if you're into that kind of stuff, but yeah, that whole 10% of the brain thing is bullshit. It sounds good though.
Hold up for a bit.
Time to reload.
By the way, hold up for a bit. How can you fucking survive a grenade launcher blast?
Passing out. Fire in the hole!
Do I not have a regular AR on me? Oh fuck. Hold on. Hold on, fellas. Just keep burning there for a minute.
Whoa, truce, truce.
Weapons down, hands up.
Truce? Truce my ass! This final mission is gonna be easier than taking on that one small enclave that was hostile. That's right, you show that zombie. You want the coalition, not me. They're headquartered at the airfields. Now let me go, okay?
I'm sorry.
Oh.
Fuck.
You went against the city on the hill. I'm trying to talk about evolution, motherfucker. That was so lame. Why did we have to use a little fucking pea shooter? That was the kind of gun a woman has in her purse. You got a 50 cal on you.
Oh, yeah.
I should have been able to pull up that 50 cal and blasted him. A very poorly drawn map of the area. One side has doodles of a giant devil with what you can only assume is supposed to be giant bullet holes riddling it. The other side looks normal, but one stands side much bigger. People who think 5G towers cause coronavirus. The people who think that 5G towers do anything to your brain at all are the same people who think that coronavirus is a fucking fabrication by the Chinese government or the US government. And ain't nobody got time for that debate. They're gonna think what they want to think, so long as they stay the fuck out of my way and we get to enjoy our 5G, I'm fine. You wanna be ignorant on your own time. I ain't gonna shit. I'm not gonna throw stones at glass houses and yada whatever, but people can say some pretty stupid things sometimes. Yeah, well, idiots would be stupid. Yeah. Yep. Anyway, you know the Vikings describe monsters in the ocean that we keep finding as real? What is scary is they describe the Kraken as well. That's a bunch of horse manure. Little dungeon master, you have got quite the imagination. There's a Kraken, it's the giant squid. Maybe they saw it. Oh, here's the real fucking Gucci gang.
Hold up for a bit.
Hold up for a bit, by the way. Oh, fuck, that's Bill. Oh, Bill. Sorry about that one. Oh, hey, oh, hey. Where is the... Where the fuck? There it is.
I like it.
Can you leave Bill alone, please?
Well, that's the last of it.
Bill, are you still alive?
I'm real low there.
Bill. 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 He's fine. I'm sure he's fine. He just went into the middle of the room of 3 nightmare. Oh no, he's actually like running for his life. He's doing a somewhat smart thing for once. Look it up. I'm not bullshitting. Dude, a Kraken could not fucking sustain itself on this planet right now. How's it gonna eat? That's why there's no Megalodon. The Megalodon couldn't get the calories in after the asteroid hit the Earth. There wasn't enough left to sustain it. It's like the polar bears. They gotta eat a ton of food. A Kraken would have to sustain like 50,000 calories. It has to... We would need more oxygen in the atmosphere. A Kraken just can't exist on this planet with the current atmosphere and the current biosphere, man. It just ain't gonna work. You know, a great blue whale's getting up towards the upper limit, and only because it's smart as fuck and eats plankton, which is abundant. The day of the great giant predators is gone. The Megalodon doesn't have sharks 500 feet to eat. Unfortunately, it'd be cool as fuck if there was a Kraken.
Hold up for a bit.
Hold up for a bit.
Completely out of ammo.
That all of them? Where is the ammo? I had tons of shots. Have you heard of the High Elves?
That's a lot of stuff.
Where is the last human? Are they dead? Oh, this wasn't the Coalition headquarters. What? Oh no, not Bill. It'd be cool to study. I mean, it would be quite the evolution. Oh, whoops, I didn't need to take that. Dude, if a Kraken was any danger to humanity, do you think that it's gonna live very long? We're gonna thermonuclear blast, hydrogen blast that motherfucker gone. I think it'd be cool from a scientific perspective. But if it was eating chips, which again is like, you've got a great imagination, but Pacific Rim is just a movie. Their words, massive lizards, yes, massive lizards down there where there's worms that are as big as atoms living off vents. Definitely gonna sustain a giant fucking Kraken from Pacific Rim. Well, they do have tribes deep in the Amazon that can perfectly describe dinosaurs, and they say they hunt them. That's probably one of the funnest... What do they call it? Cryptozoology? The study of fake monsters. That's probably the funnest one. And I will give you some credit there because I found that fish that they swore was extinct that lived during the dinosaurs. But dude, there's no dinosaurs. There was a big asteroid. There's a layer of ash 2 inches thick on the bottom of the ocean and through the Earth's crust. It was eternal darkness on the Earth for 2,000 years. Ain't no dinosaurs make it through that. Nothing got through that extinction event. They couldn't sustain themselves. The sky literally caught on fire. Only the smallest animals lived. Somehow horses made it, but the horses were super small. You know, they'd be like a dachshund by today's standards. Well, there's always alternative modes of transporting exports, imports. We just don't do that because there ain't no Kraken. Yeah, that's true, Bright Shadow. Especially since Krakens would be a very complex creature that would need a lot of energy. Yeah, they would need a hell of a lot of energy. I mean, they're demigods. This thing's gonna be as big as the ocean blue itself. You'd have to feed it like they do in Pacific Rim. Like, there's gotta be aliens making these things. Giving it an energy source. Did Bill just phase through the wall? Bill just said, hey, could you hold up a minute? By the way, that's how you drive, alright? If you haven't already learned how you do it, I just want to keep reminding you that's how you do it. Take your eyes off, try to read the chat, slam into things as hard as you can, run out of gas. Yet they have found underground ecosystems with prehistoric life and its own light source. Dungeon Master, you're literally describing the theory that there is no crust on the earth, but that if you dig down, there's another earth. You're just doing the whole, there's another earth at the center of the earth theory thing. I know 100% you're bullshitting me. The light source for the planet Earth is the sun. There's no other light source. There's no other energy source. Without that energy source, you wouldn't have ever had life on this planet. So yeah, I mean, that theory's cool, it's fun, it's great to play with, but it's also complete nonsense. The Earth is a donut? I've not heard that one. Of course, I've heard the flat rectangle with ice walls around it. That's gotta be true. Also, and yet they found, I'll get the link if you're bullshitting me. You gotta get that link, cause... Yeah. But I'm glad we have our own personal Alex Jones. It makes things interesting. Here's what I'm gonna do. Call it bullshit. Or don't. It's up to you, but... I could use a new ride out here. Here's how I'm doing this.
Someone will get right to that.
The Earth is a dinosaur? No, you're full of shit. The Earth is on a giant turtle. And underneath that is another turtle. And underneath that is another turtle. You try to take a drink of water and look what happens.
That's pretty heavy.
And underneath that turtle's a turtle. Underneath that turtle's a turtle. And underneath that turtle is little Dungeon Master. Holding it all up. Producing his own light source. Known as a Kraken.
This looks like a waste of time.
I found the link. Creepypasta.org. 4chan stories to tell your baby cousin. Do I really care about what's in the back of that? I think there was some ammo. Can't be that far. Let's go look at the back of this before we head into this mission. You're telling me Life Science Magazine is going to tell me that there's a Kraken? Or that in the center of the Earth is a whole other planet Earth?
You mind waiting a sec?
Mind if you hold up? Did he flip the shit out of that thing? Bill is like, kill me. Kill me. How many people we gotta kill? We've killed a lot of human beings. Unless You're talking about the things that live and produce their own light using eating geothermal BS like that. Bioluminescence. But that's a lot different than the sun.
The
Billions of
coalition
deep
leaders are in that building.
biosphere
Time. We will take them
between
here
the
and now.
crust and the
Move.
mantle. Like a micro biosphere?
Well, fuck you.
Or like Kraken biosphere. Like I could see microorganisms, but I sure can't see a Kraken.
You mind waiting a sec?
Do you mind waiting a sec, by the way?
I don't think I can go much longer without a rest.
Time for you to go straight to hell.
You fuckers are going down!
Ow, ow.
Coalition is dead. No one can stand against us. Finally, we can bring
We won.
peace to this town.
It's time for the last generic ending. You started putting words in my mouth. I was never saying the Kraken was real. I was saying I hope it's not. Well, it is. And we all float down here, little dungeon master. You want a balloon, Mikey? You want a balloon? What the hell just happened? Don't tell me it glitched out. Don't you dare tell me you glitched out and we have to do it again. It totally glitched out. What is going to happen now? What is going to happen now is the question. Please don't make us repeat it. Please just go to generic ending number 4. I said there are tribes in South America that says there are. I'm not saying they're real. You can't do the Wheezy, the Pooh voice. We need the Pooh voice. What the hell is that? Is this another anime thing? You're such a weeb, Raphael. So, in the crust of the earth are these millions, billions of microorganisms that are shaped like baby krakens that produce many suns. What? There's no... Have you heard of the High Elves? What? No, what? There's no community anymore. There's no community anymore. We didn't even get to decide who gets to come over. It gave us... What? To feed off their waste, and they produce suns. We have the boon. The problem is... So we have no community. The problem is... That's her. That's her right there. So I guess it just took everybody? But that's weird, though. We didn't get the thing. But I guess all's well that ends well. That's really weird, though. But we're past the survivor cap, I think. We got so lucky that it took Alexander. Duncan mattered less, but it took him, so whatever. Fucking Chipper, I didn't want it to take Steven. Cam, this is the other one that had shit. Did that take out anybody else, though? Because I know for a fact some of these people have Cleo shit on them, and they're the most important. Well, that's the end of this YouTube Let's Play. Those of you that watch this on YouTube, thank you, appreciate it, thank you.